Jordan, as we begin, if you could just give your thoughts on being back in with the senior national team and your expectations for 2021.
Yeah, definitely. No, it's awesome. It's awesome to be back. I think for me personally, it's been a while. Obviously, not being in a camp last year, so it's just amazing to be back with the team, with the guys, and back at it because we know this is a massive year ahead, both for the Olympic team and the full team. There's a lot going on, a lot of big competition, so it's good to be back to start off a big year.
Thanks, Jordan. We're going to start with Jeff Carlisle from ESPN FC.
Thanks, Michael. Hey, Jordan. Obviously, it's kind of a unique setup with maybe including yourself, 12 senior guys, and then the U23s. What's that been like, and how is it? What's the experience? In what way has the experience been different than maybe some other camps you've been in?
Yeah, it's been great. A couple of days in now, and I think it's super exciting to see all the young talent. And like I mentioned, it's a massive year for the Olympic team as well. So I think it's good to get both groups together. A big goal of this camp for us as senior players is helping the Olympic team get ready as well, because it's a big competition for them coming up. And I know when I was coming up as a younger player, having that having the veteran guys in camp and being able to learn from them was super important. So we're hopeful we can kind of do the same for the younger group that's here.
Next, we'll go to Doug McIntyre from YI.
Thanks, Michael. Hi, Jordan. Greg spoke on this a little bit earlier, but I'm just curious how you and your teammates have sort of spoken about the events that happened in Washington since you got to camp. I mean, I'm sure you guys are talking about it. How much, and what have those conversations been like? Thank you.
Yeah, no, I think obviously we all realize how horrific those events were, and we all understand that there's a need for change in this country in a lot of ways. And I think the big thing for us, and what I've talked to guys about a little bit, is hopefully our goal as a national team is to be a positive representation of what that change can be, and how we need to move forward. And I think it's also in these hard times, we hope to be as a team, hopefully a positive light, because I know that these times are super challenging, and there's so much going on, so much stress, and with those events, like I said, just absolutely horrific. And so we're hoping that as a group in this year, we can be a positive light.
Next will be Paul Tenorio from The Athletic.
Hey, Jordan. I know you mentioned during MLS Cup Week that you were open to the potential of going to Europe if the right offer has come along. We're now into the January transfer window. I wonder if there are any conversations that have occurred with Seattle or with your agent, or if any teams have approached, and where that might be headed at this point.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely some conversations ongoing, and with Seattle, and in Europe a little bit. And I think that for me, it's a similar stance of kind of where I was before MLS Cup. If the right offer and the right team comes forward, it's something that I would be interested in. And if things don't work out and I end up in Seattle, and I love being there, and I feel like I said, I feel like I'm growing a lot in Seattle. I think the league is growing, the quality of play is getting higher, and I felt myself develop there really well in my time in Seattle. But yeah, if the right opportunity came, it would definitely be something that I would look at, and I guess we'll just have to kind of wait and see a bit, but still definitely open to those opportunities.
Next will be Mickey Turner from Sounder Heart.
Yeah, thanks, Jordan. Just wanted to, you talked a little bit about how it's going to be a busy year this year. I'm just wondering how you're kind of managing everything that's going to be going on between the national team. You're probably going to be away for a bit. The MLS season is kind of up in the air. So just curious how you're preparing mentally for what's going to be a very trying year.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think it's kind of a one day at a time approach. Obviously, there's a lot up in the air with the MLS season and things like that. So you kind of just you have no control what you can control, right? So there's no control really over that, and whenever it starts up. So I think it's just taking it a day at a time, and but really I know it's going to be a busy year, but it's such an exciting year with the national team, with Nations League, Gold Cup, and then obviously World Cup qualifiers. It's there's a lot of really important competitions this year, and it's mentally, when I think about it, it's just really exciting because those are the games that you love to play in. So.
Next is Ryan Talmadge from Goal.com.
Hey Jordan, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Awesome. Now, just for you, going into this year, obviously you talked about the European stuff, and these last few years have been such a building point. Looking at your own role with the national team, how do you approach such a busy year going into this year, and what are some of the things that you're trying to set for yourself going into this camp?
Yeah, I mean, I think continuing to learn and grow. I mean, every camp is an opportunity to learn and continue to get better. And I think also building a brotherhood here. I think that's a big thing that we talk about is building a brotherhood. We know going into an important year, it's important that we're all together, all on the same page. So every opportunity that you have, especially in a longer camp like this, just to be around the guys is awesome. But for me personally, coming into every camp, there's something to learn every single time you come into a U.S. camp, and just continually trying to get better and just going out and working hard every day. So I think it's exciting. There's a lot of competition, a lot of really good players. So we're all pushing each other at training, and it's just a time to be together, which is great.
Next is Ivis Kolarsep from SBI Soccer.
Hey Jordan, Happy New Year. Thanks for the time.
Yeah.
So it seems like it wasn't that long ago where you were kind of the youngest guy in the camp. I still remember you being at Tottenham, and you were the youngster in there, the college kid. Now there's this whole generation of young players that are coming in, teenagers that are breaking into the national team. How much do you kind of pay attention to that and seeing that generation coming along? And does it feel almost weird that now you're a veteran, now you're an quote unquote older guy in this group? Yeah,
definitely. It's time goes quick, and I remember that camp training at Tottenham. It doesn't seem like that long ago, but that was, however many years ago now. So at least 6 now. So I think time moves quick, but what I really take away is how the veterans in those groups embrace me and help me grow and help me get used to the speed of play and everything that comes with playing for the national team, and understanding the responsibility and the honor that it comes with. And I think I appreciated that so much. They made me feel welcome and made that transition easier. And I remember feeling so nervous, and of course your first national team camp. And so as a young kid coming up, I'm sure some of the players are feeling that same way. So whatever we can do as the veteran group to make them feel comfortable, make them make that transition a little bit easier, and help them grow as a player, and the Olympic team obviously growing towards qualifying. So I think I just remember how much the veterans helped me, and I hope we can do the same.
Next will be Charles Bone from MLSsoccer.com.
Hi Jordan, thanks for talking today.
Yeah.
You mentioned a busy and intense year. There's a little bit of uncertainty now built in with the question about CBA talks. How are you approaching this in terms of how you prepare this offseason? Do you have a date in mind? Are you assuming that something is going to go forward as normal? Do you have any info you can share there?
No real info. I think those are all ongoing talks, and it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. But just preparing like normal, preparing like the season's going to start on time, and I think coming to a camp like this helps with that so much, because the intensity here is amazing. The quality of play is obviously really, really high, and so you feel like you get fit, and you feel like you get ready for the season start whenever that is. But I think the mentality is definitely to prepare like the season's going to start on time, because there is a possibility that it will, and like I said, being here helps with that a lot. So
looks like we have one more question for Jordan, that comes from Sean McCaffrey.
Thank you, Jordan, for taking the time out to do this, and Happy New Year.
You too.
Your club team coach, he just re-signed. It seemed to most on the outside that, yes, he would sign back. How big of an impact is that going to have on your team between retaining players, getting new players, and making everyone feel a little more solid there?
Yeah, definitely. It's super exciting for Schmetzer to re-sign. He's obviously had a ton of success at Seattle. a Seattle guy, so to have him around and for him and his family, I know it's a really exciting thing because he loves the Sounders, loves the team, and obviously has done really, really well. So it's very exciting, and I think for the team, obviously every year there's some turnover. We lost some really, really good players, some veteran players, and so we're going to have to find a way to replace them. But I think that the core of the team is still really strong and poised to hopefully make another run. I think that's the thing about the Sounders is, we're always trying to fight for championships, and that's kind of what we pride ourselves on. So I think we're looking this year to try to do the same.